Great leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. come once in a generation. His words, empowerment, and planning for the African American community during the Civil Rights Movement pushed the entire process in the right direction. His March on Washington gave more people a voice and power. But anyone in power will always have adversity in people who want to take them down. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated by James Earl Ray April 4th, 1968, at the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee. There to capture the event was a photographer named Joseph Lau, who had just finished his dinner and happened to be in the right place at the right time to capture this horrible event. Pictured in the photo is MLK, Andrew Young, Jesse Jackson, and James Bevel, who were all close friends of him. They're all pointing in the direction of where James Earl Ray ran, and the pedestrians around them look shocked and confused. So Anthony, you have a quote, one of MLK's most famous quotes that relates to this.
Alright, so Martin Luther King Jr. said, "We must learn to live together as brothers, or perish together as fools." Now this perfectly sums up Martin Luther King's message about learning to function together as a community to peacefully change the injustice regarding the racism in America against the African Americans.
And that quote talks about it. It relates to this because some people were just unwilling to accept this new wave that was coming in, and all he wanted to do was just bring people together. So another quote I have was from Robert F. Kennedy, which happened a few hours after the assassination. Accidentally, he was speaking, and he said, "I have bad news for you, for all our fellow citizens and people who love peace all over the world, and that is that Martin Luther King Jr. was shot and killed tonight. Martin Luther King dedicated his life to love and to justice for his fellow human beings, and he died because of that effort. In this difficult day, in this difficult time for the United States, it is perhaps well to ask what kind of nation we are and what direction we want to move in. For those of you who are black, concerning the evidence, evidently that there were white people who were responsible. You can be filled with bitterness, with hatred, and with a desire for revenge. We can move in that direction as a country, in great polarization. Black people amongst black, white people amongst white, filled with hatred towards one another." So Robert F. Kennedy talks about this, and he talks about the tragic event that MLK's assassination was, in the effect that his assassination has on the movement. But he also shows that MLK lived and died fighting for his beliefs, and that everyone should honor that, and everyone should continue the fight for what they want, and they should continue the fight for this new movement beyond Martin Luther King, because in the end, the movement is worth more than one person, and it should be celebrated by everyone.
Yay!